Hi, my name is Serena. This is my Australian Shepherd, Casper. The title that best describes my relationship with Casper would be, he's my first dog, so I do think myself as a dog parent, and sometimes I do have a little bit of boundary issues. He's like my firstborn child. Casper's personality, he's quite calm, and I do think that it's somewhat affected by our own personality. Like, I'm pretty chill, pretty calm person. So sometimes I think he's really calm for an Australian Shepherd. They tend to be a little more high energy. So when I first started thinking of getting a dog, it took us about 2 years to get Casper. We saw the breeder at a pet show, and then we waited for one litter, and then nothing happens, and so it took about 2 years to finally get him. When I first decided to have a dog, I researched a lot of different breeds just to see which one will fit our lifestyle. We don't actually go out too much, but we wanted to have a dog that is somewhat like medium to high energy that will actually get us to go out as well. And then we live around a nice neighborhood and want to take him to like go for hikes, walk along the lake. So it took us, we searched like maybe 5 years for different breeds and different type of dogs. So a lot of research going to getting a pet. What I love most about Casper will be he's very attached to me. I think it's because he is a shepherd, so he's used to like protecting his flock, his owners. So he's very attached to us. He listens really well. It's just his personality. He's super chill, super calm, and he's so smart too. So it just makes my life a lot easier to teach him. So Casper, because of his energy level, somewhere like medium to high, he's on a raw diet. So he eats a half-pound patty in the morning and then another half-pound patty at night. So he eats 2 meals a day. Grooming and shedding Casper, because they have a double coat and it's also a long coat, when it's between seasons, between spring and summer, he sheds so much. The hair is everywhere. It gets into everything. I brush him, I would say 2 to 3 times a week, and the hair is still everywhere. So that's something to look out for. The shedding is quite heavy. Mostly twice a year, but still kind of a little bit throughout the year. I take him to professional grooming maybe 3 times a year to get a nice deep clean and some trimmings, trimming the nails. I do bathe him almost maybe, I would say once every 2 months because he gets too dirty. It's not that he needs it, it's just more so from the parks, he gets too dirty. For Australian Shepherds in general, they are prone to eye issues, eye disease, so make sure like the breeders like pre-screen that. So he was screened, so far he has no problem in terms of that, but he does have a super sensitive stomach, which I think it could be just an Australian Shepherd thing, because I met a couple other Australian Shepherds. They all have very sensitive stomach. So that's one thing. It's quite unfortunate. So for Casper, because of the nature of the breed, they're a shepherd, so he's very reserved with strangers. He's very protective of our home, so if strangers knock or try to come into our home, he will not take any of that. He has zero tolerance with strangers in terms of in our own space. On walks, he doesn't really care. As long as other people don't try to pet him on the head or try to poke at him, he doesn't care about other strangers. With dogs, he's good with most dogs. Sometimes he will bark and be a little more alarmed with certain dogs if they're maybe big or fluffy, but that's more like individual. So during the day I'm at work, and he sleeps all day. He just walks from different room, different spots, and sleep all day. He doesn't do anything at home. One thing that I wish I researched a little bit more, I guess, before I brought Casper home would be First, the sensitive stomach issue, because it took us almost 2.5 years to really settle to a food that works for him. He just always has stomach issues, and also the protective nature. Sometimes we want to have friends over, and it can be a little difficult. We have to bring him out and come home with our friends so that he thinks he invited them over himself, so he won't bark anymore. But overall, still very good, very calm.